I know it's here somewhere. Finally. Oh, it's time for the doctor. You're listening to Dr. Bill, the computer curmudgeon. Take it away, Doctor.
Well, it's that time again, and the doctor is in. It's time once again for Dr. Bill, the computer curmudgeon. And this time we do the show on the old Pixel 2 XL. Just to be different. Why not, you say? Anyway, so we have a show for you today. Different, unusual, odd, perhaps even earth-shattering. No, I won't go that far. Anyway, we have stuff. And in order to officially get into the show, I have to say we are proud members of the Tech Podcast Network, techpodcast.com. If it's tech, it's right here on Dr. Bill, the computer curmudgeon. We're also proud members of the International Association of Internet Broadcasters. Yes. So, we do have a show. A little disjointed, a little odd, but a show. What can I say? I'm having to get used to using the phone again. You know, the thing about the phone is if I look at the screen, it looks like I'm looking beyond you. If I look at the camera, then it looks like I'm looking at you. Which is, of course, the professional thing to do is look at who I'm talking to. Otherwise, it's like, what? Squirrel! You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So, you can access your file shares, your SMB file shares, from your Chromebook now. Well, not now. Soon. That's because, now this would be on the Chromist, if we were still doing the Chromist Netcast, but we're not. But if we were, I'd really be excited to talking about this. So, I'm here on the Dr. Bill Show, and I'm really excited in talking about this. See, there's no difference. All you people that got all bent out of shape because we discontinued the Chromist and VertZine and Handheld Hack, just hang in there. We're still doing the show. We're just doing one show instead of a lot of shows, so I have less editing to do. But it's the same content, basically. Anyway, the deal is this. What is the deal, you ask? The deal is that Chrome, the new version of the Chrome OS, which is what is on Chromebooks, will have the capability to connect to an SMB file share, like a Windows file share. Now that's going to be cool. It's going to be built right in where it should be into the file system so that you can access those files off your network, which will be splendid and worthwhile, of course. Now, the www is back in Chrome for a while, okay? Now, you say, why? Well, because everybody got all bent out of shape about the www being gone from their Chrome browser. The rest of us went, we don't care. But, due to the user uproar and complaints that Google had about the www, they have decided to add it back in. So if you go and you type in www.drbill.tv, which is, of course, the blog, the blog starts the aforementioned, but I haven't mentioned it yet, this show. So that would work. The blog from which this show is actually done. You can go to that website and you will see the little www in the address line. Don't you feel better? Anyway, a lot of complaints originated due to phishing schemes. Phishing schemes, that's with a PH. And I can understand this complaint a little bit better than some of the others about the weird conspiracy theories. This was that, you know, if you're going to have a site that reduces down to just the domain, you could have like m. whatever and, you know, it would not show up either because the M's don't show up or the wwws don't show up or didn't. But they do now for a while until the new version of Chrome comes out, Chrome version 70, at which point, forget it. Everything I just said is wrong. Yes, Fred. There are those who think that. Anyway, Microsoft, the evil empire, as you well know, had basically set up the new version of Windows so that it gave you a warning if you tried to install Google Chrome or Firefox or some other browser other than Microsoft Edge. Okay? It came up with a little box, and the box basically said, dude, you already have Microsoft Edge, the safest and fastest browser for Windows 10. Why would you want to go ahead and install something else? And of course, that is evil, preventing you from installing software on your very own PC. So somebody somewhere got the message to Microsoft, you bunch of turkeys. I'd have been glad to tell them. But somebody told them, and now they've taken that out of what will be the new version. So it won't be there. So don't worry. Bunch of turkeys. Whoa! Very good, Fred. Fred is reminding me of the Geek Software of the Week. Geek Software of the Week this week is Comodo, like the dragon. Comodo 1 remote access and control. Okay? Now, what this is for, see, I am a technical kind of guy. Okay? And I have people out there that are, shall we say, not so technical. Okay? And they have issues with their computer. And if they're friends of mine, if they're close friends of mine, not just anybody, then they can contact me and I will try to fix their problem. But in order to do that, I have to connect to their PC. Now, back in the day, where's my glasses? Oh, yeah, I've got these glasses. These are my, these are my really dumb glasses with the big frames. So, yes, back in the day. Oh, boy. These are actually prescription glasses. They just have really ugly frames. But I like them. You know, for just general stuff. I wouldn't wear them out in public. But, just being honest. So, what was I talking about? Oh, yes. So, I used to use TeamViewer. And TeamViewer worked pretty well, and I liked it. But they got bought out by LogMeIn, I believe. And when they did that, whoever bought them, I think it was LogMeIn, but whoever bought them messed them up. Okay? So that you had to pay a bunch of money, and it wasn't free anymore, and it was just a pain in the keister. No one likes pain in one's keister. Okay? So I began a quest to find remote software to replace TeamViewer that was easy to install. And here's the criteria, okay? First, you got to understand the criteria. Easy to install for the user on the other end, because we are presupposing that user on the other end is not technically savvy, okay? So it needs to be easy to install on their end so that I can then take over their PC and do all the techie stuff that needs to be done to their system. So, I downloaded this Geek Software of the Week software that I found, Comodo 1 Remote Access and Control. Now, the weird thing that happened next is a little scary. I downloaded it, I installed it, and no sooner had I gotten it installed, I got a phone call. And the phone call, the person said, "Hi there, you just downloaded Comodo 1 Remote Access and Control." And I went, Yes. And they said, would you like help setting it up? I said, no. Remember, I'm the technical guy, you know. So they said, well, hey, we really appreciate you downloading it. I said, it is free, right? They said, oh, yeah, it's free. I said, okay. They said, would you like one of our technicians to get on the line with you and do a GoToMeeting? And I went, are we talking about this being really free, 100% free? Oh, absolutely, they said. I said, okay. Well, sure, I'll talk to somebody. So we set up a meeting, and they proceeded to tell me that, oh, yeah, we offer this free. However, there's all kinds of non-free things that we'd be glad to work with you on. I said, okay. And it went on like that for a little while. And I said, this is odd. I've never had free software people that called me up immediately after downloading, like they're sitting there watching me. And then give me this spiel. So I was a little nervous, but it worked pretty well. You know, the software, everything seemed to work. You get this portal kind of thing that you can manage systems through, and it gives you all kinds of information about them, and I was pretty impressed. So, don't get frightened off by strange behavior. But then, here's a Geek Software of the Week extra. I found another remote access program that I also like, and it's called AeroAdmin. Now, this appears to be written by one guy somewhere in the world. He has an interesting name, so I don't know where he's from, but somewhere in the world he created this software, and it, I must admit, for the non-geek, is truly easy to use. I'm talking about on the other end of the line, you know what I'm saying? The person you're trying to help. You just tell them, click on the link, the software will download, double click it, and you're done. No installation, no setup, no nothing. Then they just give you the code number, and then you as the technician connect to that address, code number, and it goes and connects to their PC, and then they get a little prompt that says, hi there, a technician is trying to connect to your PC. Are you okay with letting them connect to it? And they go, click OK. And it goes, and there it is, the PC. And if you go ahead and buy, as the technician, if the technician buys the paid-for version, which is only $69 a year, which is not bad, then the technician can connect to multiple PCs to support them and do file transfer, which is pretty good. So I like AeroAdmin. It's simple, it's direct, it's easy, and nobody called me and freaked me out. So, needless to say, for the user that I needed to support, I let them use AeroAdmin. Just crank it up, give me the address, like in the old TeamViewer days, and I connected and got everything set up for them in mere minutes. I'm talking probably less than 10 minutes. They were good to go. So see, it's good to have a techie as a friend. And it's good to have AeroAdmin software. So this Geek Software of the Week I can highly recommend. Now don't get me wrong, Comodo 1, I'm still looking at that because it looks good, it looks interesting. It does a lot more than AeroAdmin, okay? And it is free. As long as you don't mind getting a phone call. Okay? But I mean, they do other things. They have an antivirus, Comodo does. They have, they sell SSL certificates. The Comodo SSL certificates, which are great, okay? So they do a lot of things, and they're good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad company. I was just a little shook up by the way they dealt with me originally. They were friendly and nice and all those good things, but kind of put me off. I'm kind of the guy that just wants to do things quietly without being disturbed and have it all work out fine. Yes. So I did pay the money for AeroAdmin. I did get the version, the full professional version, and life is good. So I trust you enjoyed this show today. Like I said, a little unusual, a little different. Little Chrome news, a little PC type news. Good stuff. But I trust you enjoyed it. And remember, until next time, that the doctor is out of here.
Dr. Bill, the Computer Curmudgeon, is a production of drbillbailey.net with all the honors, rights, and privileges thereunto appertaining.